and today I would like to relate about how to speak English, how to understand English, how to learn English. As you know what, mostly followers of mine, they wanna get fluent. They wanna become fluent in speaking English. Or you can say that they wanna become fluent in speaking English. Okay, they wanna get the fluency. Okay, and in addition to, let me relate one thing, which is that according to me, learning English that isn't hard, and in addition to English, that is just a language, nothing more than that. So we can learn English, we can understand English as that is the simplest language. And in addition to, oh really, you know what, the hard wind that is blowing, according to me, storm that is taking place on my roof, and so due to which I can just hear the noise of that, and the noise that is really dangerous one, hazardous one, and horrifying one as well. And even right away that has made me feel quite much terrifying and horrifying one, and afraid of the environment ambience. Okay, in addition to, you know what, as a matter of fact, if you want to speak English, so for speaking English you have to do the practice of speaking. Apart from this, you can do nothing. Okay, if you want to learn about how to do dance, so you have to dance firstly, then you can practice, and you can practice more and more, and then you can get to know about how to dance perfectly and efficiently and effectively. For singing, what you have to do, if you want to sing a song, so for that you have to practice about the song for over time, and one day you would be able to sing the song effectively and efficiently. Same case with English. If you want to speak English, so you have to speak English, you have to come on the stage, and you have to speak English. Stage, I'm not saying this that the stage is a particular area, and you have to speak on a stage, and especially before the public. I'm not saying this. The stage that meant that you have to come on an area for speaking English, and in addition to, you have to come in Maidan. You have to come in the big area for speaking English. Big area, that meant that you have to come in the open area, and in addition to, you have to come in Maidan, like for wrestling. Wrestling, that meant that speaking English and fighting against the fear of English, like wrestling. Speaking English and fighting against the fear of English and English related things, and it's just like what? Wrestling. I have repeated this term for highlighting the term. Okay, and furthermore, according to me, if you wanna just pass the interview, so for passing the interview you have to practice about the interview on the regular basis, and even one day you would be able to pass out the interview quite effectively and efficiently. Okay, and same case, according to me, same case lies with English as well. And in addition to, if you want to pass the interview, so you have to practice the interview. How you have to practice the interview? You have to just give your interview to 3 to 4 unknown people. Thereby you can do the practice of interview, and you know what, it meant that you are practicing about interview, and you are working hard on interview, and it also meant that you are practicing quite much about interview. So same case lies with English. If you want to learn English, if you want to speak English, so you have to practice speaking English, and that's how you would be able to become fluent or get fluenced or get the fluency in speaking English. And in addition to, according to me, becoming fluent in English, that is pretty much easy. That is the easiest task. And earlier I used to watch out the YouTube videos for learning English and even how to learn English, but in vain, as there was no video which appeared me the useful one. And you know what, my elder sister, she suggested me, she gave me good pieces of counsels for learning English. The very first suggestion, or you can say that the advice, that states this, that read English books. You know what, by reading we can get to know about the views or even the good opinions of authors, but also we can get to know about the reality of life, and even we can also get to know about idioms, phrases, vocabulary, and grammar as well, even how to construct the sentence and what is the sense of the sentence and what should be the sense of the sentence. Okay. And furthermore, in addition to, according to me, the fact is that you should try to speak, very firstly you should try to read English aloud. Okay, thereby your accents, your pronunciations would turn good. And even according to me, you should try to read English books on the regular basis without skipping a day, even without delaying a day, as delaying the day, it meant that you are lazy and you are deceiving yourself and you are not working hard for learning English, and it meant that that you are not firm on your resolve of speaking English or learning English. Okay, so if you really want to learn English, you have to catch up on 4 of the activities. Very first one is reading, writing, listening, speaking. And the most crucial activities are a couple of activities. The very first one activity is speaking, and the very second activity is listening. Okay, nope, not listening, but according to me that is reading. Speaking and reading. Listening, that is not crucial according to me, and even writing, that too isn't crucial according to me. And the 2 activities which are crucial, the very first one is reading, second one is speaking. Through reading you can get to know about the grammar and even the construction of the sentences, and how the sentences are constructed, and how to construct the sentence or even to frame the sentence in the efficient, effective or elegant way and manner, even the eye-catching way and manner as well. And in addition to, according to me, speaking, that is mandatory if you wanna learn how to speak English. So definitely, absolutely, for that you have to speak English. You have to speak English at any cost, or by hook or by crook, and there is no alternative left apart from speaking English. So all you have to do is that you have to just speak English. You have to continue speaking English, and without this, nothing, according to me, without this nothing can happen, and nobody would try to help you for speaking English. And this is the only way and manner to learn English fast. Okay, and even, you know what, according to me, mostly people, they feel like hesitating, they feel like nervous and shy while speaking English or before speaking English, and so due to which they hesitate quite much, and even the voice that turns the nervous one. Okay, according to me, the solution of this problem is that initially one should try to speak English on the simplest topics like colors, foods, vegetables, flowers and grasses, trees, seeds, room, house, home, and so on. And at least one should try to speak English for 2 minutes for the very first time. Then one can gradually increase the time by speaking up to 3 minutes, then up to 4 minutes, then 5 minutes, then 6 minutes, then so on, then 20, 25, then 30, and so on. And one day one would be tend to enable to speak English for over time without hesitation. This can happen due to practicing a lot. Okay, and practicing a lot, that can enhance the According to me, that can enhance your self-esteem, even that can enhance your self-confidence, your personality, and your way of talking to others, your way of looking forward to things or to work, or to activities as well, or to tasks as well. Errands, ERRANDS. Okay, it meant job, the work, the task. And even according to me, as a matter of fact, the thing is that very firstly you should try to read the English books of the nursery class, then LKG, then UKG, then you can uplift your level by first, second, third, fourth grade books, and so on. And if you are in the 12th grade, still, nevertheless, notwithstanding, you should try to read the English books of nursery grade. As when I was in 12th grade, the last year I was in 12th class, so I used to read the books of nursery class for learning about how to speak English and even how to construct the sentences. And then I switched over LKG, then UKG, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th. Okay. And even earlier in the beginning year of class 12th, I was unable to understand English. I was just able to read English, and even though I was unable to understand the English, and I used to just read the English, and thereby I used to kill the time, and thereby I used to understand this, that I have learned each and everything. Today I have learned each and everything, but that was wrong, as I used to just read the books instead of understanding the concepts and topics, and so due to which everything went beyond of my level of understanding. Okay, and everything appeared me quite much unique one, new one, as I knew nothing, as I used to just read each and everything without understanding each and everything, without grasping the concepts. That was the fact. And then one day I know well first that in the economics examination of board, or for the economics examination of board, I got 9 days leave, and so within that time I could do anything. Even either I could ruin my time or ravage my time or devastate or vitiate my time by loitering around the room or wandering or according to me, or roaming, or I could catch up on academics. So I preferred to catch up on academics. I preferred to get engrossed on academics or to get indulged in academics. And how I did so? Okay, very first I used to read the topics, the contents. Then I just tried my level best to understand the concepts. And I used to understand the concepts by very firstly reading the concepts, then translating the concepts in my mother tongue, which is Hindi. And that's how thereby I learned the concepts, the theoretical parts. And at the same day, I realized this, that I was able to understand English. As before that, I used to just read English books, but without understanding the concepts, without understanding the language, without understanding the motto, the intention of the author behind writing the book, behind stating the views. That's the reality. Okay, let me quench my thirst. Okay, you know what? Let me say something else, which is that we shouldn't be demotivated while learning something new. We feel like the new thing that would be scary one, dangerous one, and impractical one, unrealistic one, like learning English. Okay, very firstly, let me elaborate this. According to me, learning English, that is the easiest thing in the world. Okay, you can learn English, but learning grammar, that is the most difficult thing in the world. Okay, especially learning English grammar. Okay, and you know what, all you have to do is that you have to just read books, and while reading books you have to understand the concepts, understand each and every line as well as each and every word. Okay, and you know what, after understanding each and everything, you should try to speak on that same thing for some minutes. If you have read a topic regarding education, then you should try to read that same topic for 5 to 6 times so as to understand that better. And after understanding that in the better way, then you should try to speak on that same subject and topic for some moments of time, and you should try to speak whatever you have read earlier. And very firstly, there, while you would be reading book, so there would come some of the unfamiliarized words, okay, the words with which you are still unfamiliar. And so what you have to do, very firstly, you should try to just make sense out of those words with the use of your own mind without taking the help of Google. And there would be sizable words, I know there would be ample numerous words, considerable words, so you don't need to just look for the meanings of those words on the Google. All you have to do is that you have to just try your level best to just make the sense, make the meaning of the word with the use of your own brain. You can just guess the meaning of that word with the use of your own brain. After that, you know what, you should try to read the same paragraph or same essay or story once again. And even, you know what, if one word is coming 10 times in the same book, in the different parts or in the different concepts, then you should try to look for the meaning of that word. Okay, and even for recalling or remembering the word for over time, all you have to do is that you have to just practice the word. You have to construct sentences with the use of the word, and not only you have to write the sentences on the notebooks, but also you have to construct the sentences with the use of your mouth. You have to speak the sentences, you have to do the construction work, the framework with the use of your own mind. The construction of what? The frame of what? The construction and even the framework of sentences. Okay, and it meant that you would become a laborer a laborer, as you would do the construction, the framing work, and so on. Photo frame, the framing work that is related to photography. Okay, in addition to, let me say something else, which is that today I went to the college. There I used to speak English, and thereby I used to please others. I used to impress my colleagues, my peers, my teachers, and even, you know what, they thought that I belong to the English medium guy. I belong to the English medium school, not English medium guy. And even all around me there were girls who belonged to Hindi medium classes, Hindi medium schools, and so due to which they were unable to understand any word, whatever I spoke, whatever I uttered at a juncture. That's the reality. Let me quench my thirst. Okay, earlier when I used to do the live streaming, so one of the guys used to join me. I don't want to disclose the name, but I know that the guy belongs to Uttarakhand of India, and that guy was a male, and he was a student of grade 11th. He used to watch out my full live streaming, really full live streaming of 1 hour, and even when I used to do the live streaming more than 1 hour, so he used to join me. And one day I used to do the live streaming for 1 hour and 5 minutes and some seconds, and so he used to join me up to that moment, really. And at the same time he was feeling hungry, he was starving, he was famished, and okay, so the fact is that instead of having the food, he preferred to watch out my video firstly, to watch out my live streaming firstly. As he used to talk to me in the live streaming, he used to ask me the questions in the live streaming, and so I became his favorite, and he became fond of watching out my live streams. But now I don't know what has happened with him, as even I messaged him many a time, but nowadays he doesn't prefer to give me any reply, any feedback. That's the reality. Okay, according to me, it's someone has gone. Let it be. And even the next thing is that I know well versed that that guy who used to join me in the live streaming when I used to do the live streaming in the noon time, like around 3 o'clock or around 4 o'clock. So that guy used to join me, and even one day he was cycling. Okay, one day that guy, he was driving the bicycle, and so he was just going up to the ATM of Uttarakhand, and so while driving the bicycle, that guy used to just watch out my live streaming, really, while cycling. Simultaneously he was cycling and used to watch out my live streaming, so it meant that he was fond of watching out my live streams. And even when he was in the ATM, so still he used to watch out my live stream. So it meant that by hook or by crook or at any cost, he wanted to watch out my live stream, really. And very secondly, let me speak something about how to learn English, as there is a guy for learning English. Okay, if you wanna speak English, so for speaking English, what you have to do? You have to speak English. If you wanna learn about how to dance, then you have to do dance for learning dancing. Even if you want to learn how to sing a song, for that you have to just speak song. You have to sing a song for learning about how to sing a song. Okay, if you want to learn about how to drive the car, for that you have to firstly drive the car, and that's how you would tend to enable to drive a car perfectly. Okay, so same case here with English. If you want to learn English, if you want to speak English, so firstly you have to come in Maidan and you have to speak English. Okay, by hook or by crook, at any cost, you have to speak English. You have to. For speaking English, so you have to learn about how to speak English. Okay, and for instance, if you want to pass the exams with the flying colors, it meant that with good marks. So for that, you have to work hard on academics. You have to catch up on academics. You have to read the subjects. So same case here with English. For speaking English, firstly you have to speak English. Okay, but for speaking English, all you have to do is that you have to take the simplest topics. Okay, the very first topic that should be like flowers, fruits, colors, and vegetables, even room, house, home, car, bicycle, anything. You have to just speak about how they looks, how they acts like, how they works, and how you bought those from the market, and what is the cost, and what is the color. Just relate these for 2 minutes, merely for 2 minutes one day. Okay, and in the second time, what you have to do? You have to speak the next day. You have to speak on the different topic, not on the same topic but on the different topic. Like for today you have spoken about colors, so the next day you have to speak about flowers or any other topic, but not on the topic which named flowers. As today you have spoken about flowers. Okay, if today you have spoken about colors, so next day you don't have to speak about colors. Okay, and very nextly, the next thing is that according to me, the next day as well you should try to speak English for 2 minutes. Then according to me, the third day you should try to speak English for 3 minutes on the simplest topics like iPhones or mobiles or WhatsApp. You can speak English on WhatsApp. What is WhatsApp, how it works, and even you can just say about WhatsApp status as well, WhatsApp call, video call as well. Okay, you can speak English on that. Then next day, what you can do? The very fourth day you should try to speak English for 4 minutes. Okay, and it would be difficult, I know. and you should try to take the simplest topics like English, what is English, and you can take some subjects like maths, which is the difficult subject, how to solve the maths questions, and how I dealt with the mathematical questions. Okay, and then fifth day you should try to speak English for 4 minutes, or even you can speak English for some more time as well. And it meant that gradually you have to increase the time. First day you are speaking English for 2 minutes, then 3 minutes, then 4 minutes, then 5 minutes. Gradually you have to increase the time movement, the duration of speaking English. Okay, then one day, it's my promise, it's my guarantee that you would be able to speak English. Okay, for speaking English you have to speak English. There is no other alternative, no other way, no other path. That's the reality. No one is present. Okay, no problem. I have disclosed the secret. Today I have already spilled the beans. Spilled the beans. Someone has taken the secret. Okay, someone grasped the secret in the live streaming and then went away after getting to know about the secret. Very firstly, let me speak about something else, which is the reality of life. What is the reality of life? People, they come and they go away. People come and join you, and then people go away. This is the reality of life. Okay, it means that friends, they come and go. Okay, in addition to, the next reality of life is that okay, according to me, you know what, the one who is displaying this, that he or she is your boon companion, bosom buddy, or your lover, so in reality it can't be mean that that same guy is speaking the truth, or that same guy is your closed one. Just don't try to have the blind faith on others. That's the reality. If someone is displaying this, that he or she can't live without you, can't breathe without you, so don't think like this that it's the reality. That person can be taken aback at any moment, at any time in the life, even in the midst of the life, in the middle journey of the life, or in the ending journey of the life, or even in the half beginning journey of the life. Okay, so you shouldn't try to have the blind faith on the fake people. It happens many a time. Okay, and even all are strangers, even the friends, they too are strangers. As the friends, they also try the level best to deceive us and to become the traitor. So it meant that life that is dangerous, the environment that is dangerous, the ambience that too is dangerous. How can we believe on the people? Okay. And in addition to, the one who is displaying this, that I would try to take you, and I would try to care for you, or look after you. So that can be true up to a certain extent, but are you sure about that? There should be a surety. Okay, so my main motto is to relate about this, that we shouldn't be carried away by the fake people. Even we shouldn't be carried away by the fake assurance of the people. Okay, and we shouldn't be carried away by the fake promises of the people, like fake promise of the boon companion, fake promise of the bosom buddy. Okay, and even as a matter of fact, according to me, the reality is that some people, they are the real one. According to me, some people, they are the honest one. but all they aren't honest. Okay, all are not honest. So we should be careful, as life that is dangerous one. Life is a long journey, a hard journey that can be dangerous at any moment of time due to joining the bad company of the people. So we should try our level best to join the good company